Rave says we're back. So it's so funny. In rehearsal, I'm jumping all over the place like some Mexican jumping bean, the Energizer bunny that I am. And then the airwaves go on, and Ron looked over. He's like, hey, he's all calm. Yes, when I'm on the air, I can't be jumping all over the place. You have to hear me. I have to enunciate my words. I have to get my point across. When I'm in the boardroom, I know I'm going to get yelled at anyway. Nobody says, oh, thanks for the rate increase. This insurance is great. No, they're anger. So my energy I need to use to my benefit in other ways, like to show you that I will be there. I will be assisting your claims. I will hustle out. So that's why you have two different personalities. Right here, I'm on vacation. I'm behind the mic doing my thing. Okay, so Studio Q is going to take over. Now, the number one question you're going to want to know is how much this is going to cost me. We're not going to let you know now because it's only $132. We're going to kind of wait until, because you're going to be staggered by the prices after you hear all the fixes. So, will the homes be 12 pitches, 10 pitches, or will it be a modern home with a slightly higher elevation and then a slightly lowered, about an 8 pitch or a 6 pitch? That's what the new modern items are going to be. Just not a peaked roof, an angled roof, correct?
Correct.
Sweet.
Yeah. If I could talk, Mike, and thanks for coming down. It's a lot easier to keep up with you now that you're
Great,
a little slower.
No worries.
I want to just maybe orient everybody. And again, thank you for having me here. And Kevin, thank you very much. Adams Street is part of the Crown Brook neighborhood. If you are oriented, kind of put yourself on the green, it is really to the north side of the green, just up off of Grove Street, pretty close to the Grove North Main intersection. What made this project perfect as the first project NHS went with, the street is a south-facing slope. So when we talk about sustainability and all the benefits of sustainability, there's a natural passive solar gain just with the orientation of the street and all the lots. That worked out perfectly in response to your roof question, Mike. All the roofs, we have one full side of every roof slope facing due south, a perfect efficiency for photovoltaic panels, and obviously we used every opportunity to get that energy from the sun. The other thing we did as far as sustainability goes, Kevin mentioned the park. There's geothermal. It's a geothermal well field. So we're extracting all the heat and cold for air conditioning and heat out of the mass of the earth in the park. And the building envelope, as you mentioned, is super tight. Normally, the R value we're getting out of the building envelope is close to a 12-inch wall. We were able to do it in half that thickness with a small compromise in R value because the lots are so small, we wouldn't have usable space. Instead, we have very efficient floor plans, open floor plans, lots of flexibility, 1 to 3 bedrooms per unit. They all range. Mm-hmm. Every unit has lots of natural light, warm materials, warm finishes, bamboo flooring, their own decks, their own connections to outdoor space. We mentioned in the rehearsal, the road, Adams Street, was originally designed for horses and buggies. So in lieu of keeping the road a 2-lane road, a wide road, we've tried to give them as much property back to the homeowner.
Footprint.
Kevin has worked out a one-way traffic flow to get more efficiency there. We've taken the off-street parking and where many people might pave the side or the back of their property. We've done it in a way where there's these little small courtyards in the front of the house. We preserve the side yard. We preserve the limited backyard, but they become these nice outdoor rooms, very nice, pleasant spaces. They don't need to be big to be nice. They're private. So it really worked out nicely. We use the sustainability not just for sustainability in the pure sense and all the benefits you come, but almost a beautification opportunity. All the drainage is through bioswales, through natural filtration through the vegetation. So they're very nice gardens, rain gardens on all the properties.
You talk about gray water?
Correct.
Got it.
Versus just being piped underground.
Right.
They run through the rain gardens. They're these nice gardens. They filter the water. The water is metered and percolated into the system versus rushing into it and
wasted.
Exactly.
Smart. Waste contained.
So, we were pretty painstaking about every decision we made to serve multiple purposes. Be very pleasant, be nice to live in, be sustainable, and be responsible as stewards of the environment in the Waterbury neighborhood.
Now, I am seeing that some employers out there see this as a total home run because, A, it's a nonprofit organization run by the state of Connecticut, but 2, it's an entryway into a brand new turnkey home for a pretty affordable price. We were talking about the prices. That's super affordable for a brand new turnkey home. Also in rehearsal, you were saying some of the materials you're going with. Did you really say the word granite for countertops in the bathrooms?
We're using solid surfacing. It's not just plastic laminate.
But a silestone or something.
Correct.
Quartz.
Correct.
Solid surfaces. Okay. So basically my friend Eden Brown is going to be the one, other than Kevin, on the streets promoting this program. She and I texted before. She's very busy at an opening right now. And I do also credit Kevin with another development he did on North Main Street across from that beautiful Jamaican restaurant we had lunch with at Birdie's.
Yes.
That facility, I think, is completely all filled up, right?
Fully occupied, yes.
Number 1 is the guy, literally, I'm walking from Birdie's to the thing, and he stops and picks up a piece of trash. You don't forget things like that. This is his baby. He's like, I'm not going to let this litter be on my property. He didn't just, put it up. He owned it. So I can't wait. When do you break ground on this one?
We're expected to break ground in September.
Okay, so
2016.
9/16.
Yes.
All right. This is what Eden says. The goal of the project is to take a blighted and abandoned street in a disinvested neighborhood and create a new, affordable, and sustainable homes for residents to take pride in. Majority of the residents within the North End are unable to provide for their basic needs. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a blighted area. Basically, you're going to now see gorgeous, new, modern homes. And I am a fan of the photovoltaic because, A, it's been tested. You can give back to the grid, which is what Kevin has stated. When he says your average electrical bill will be $800 to $900 a year, that's for the people that leave the TV on all day and the lights on. But for those that are conservative and watch what they're doing, remember, it's your money. Nickels and dimes we might let fly by, but dollars we've got to catch. You got to pay attention. This is your home, your investment. So with the bamboo floors, they clean up beautifully with a Swiffer. They're hardwood. They're a renewable source because obviously they're from bamboo. And 2, the look is beautiful. It's clean. It's great for allergies. So for any of you out there with the rugs in the home and you're always wondering why my kid has allergies, why with the bamboo floors, it's going to be clean and it's going to be environmentally sound. Passive solar. Great south-facing. This is a home run. You've got to get a pen. 753-1896. Speak to the beautiful Bonnie. She will put you in contact with the right people. Neighborhood Housing Services. I'm going to let Kevin talk about some pricing, about what you can do. You unfortunately have to do this because there's only 6 freestanding units, and they will not be 2-family homes like you see with the Victorian homes where they basically shut the staircase off and built a new home. It'll be 2 freestanding homes in one large unit. So in a sense, it's a townhouse with 2 units, but they're calling it a freestanding home. There's only going to be 6. So that's 12 total homes, correct, Kevin?
That is
All
correct.
Right, discuss that.
And I also just want to say, if you are planning to be interested in being a homeowner for one of these Adams Street homes, you also have to go through some programs that we offer, because I think it's important that you understand what we are trying to achieve when we come in and redevelop the Crown Brook neighborhood. We want the neighborhood to be sustainable, and so one of the things that you have to do as an interested homeowner, you have to enter into our program, which we have labeled CHIRP, which is the Crown Brook Home Ownership Initiative Redevelopment Plan. So you would have to take our first-time home buyer education class. You will have to take our financial literacy education class and counseling. Being that there will be a rental unit to your home, you will have to take our landlord education class, and you will also have to be in part of our CB&E program, which is Community Building Engagement. We offer classes each year starting in the month of April, but you will also have to work with the Crown Brook Neighborhood Association so that there are community engagement activities, fun activities as well. So, for instance, if Crown Brook Neighborhood Association, along with NHS of Waterbury, decide we want to do a block cleanup, we would like everyone a homeowner in the Adams Street to be a part of that. Because once again, this is your neighborhood at the end of the day, and we are providing stakeholders because you are becoming a homeowner in this particular neighborhood.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, we want to make sure that this project doesn't fall by the wayside. And of course, we understand that there are some social ills in the neighborhood that need to be addressed. And, we are definitely working on those. We will have some meetings down the line with the Waterbury Police Department as well with the mayor. We are going to acquire and get rid of some of these social ills that are in the neighborhood. And this is just not the only project we're going to do. We will start to work our way north up into the Crown Brook neighborhood and just pretty much have a street-by-street approach on this. Now, Mike was talking about some of the costs. So the costs are going to range from $130,000 to $165,000, and of course, $165,000 is being the largest home, and the $130,000 is being the smallest home. But also keep in mind with these prices, with the savings that you are going to see over a 10-year period, you're really paying less than what these homes may say. So for instance, if you look at the savings that you are going to save per year, so in the case of the smallest home, the home that you're getting $825 back, if you take that and multiply that over 10 years, you will see the actual savings that you will get from acquiring one of these homes, which the way I look at it, although a home may cost $130,000, but if I'm saving $10,000 or more over a 10-year period, then the home is really costing me less than the $130,000.